Well, folks, just doing some random, whatever. There we go. Always something. This place is a mess. How's everybody doing today? I'm just trying to find something in this mess, and I gotta had it here a second ago. I'm looking for a spacer so I can install a fan and continue to install stuff. And I have a box of them laying around here somewhere, lying around here somewhere, whatever. Ah, found it. Pretty soon I'll be getting ready to cut a bunch more boxes because I'm there we go. So I'm getting to that point. Okay, so I need this untangled. Okay, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. This has nothing to do with that. This is the cord for my be right back. There we go. There we go. How's everybody doing out there today? Just want to make sure I got everything in the right place. Okay. There we go. This is clear. All righty. I notice I got 3 or 4 people following already or watching. Ow, that's hot. Okay, let's start by putting the power supplies in place. Little tiny screws. I wish I knew where I put my long reach drill bit, because that's, you know, important. Okay, there's one. Now we just got the other power supply. We're soon going to be testing this box because I'm almost done. I just dropped into the shop now. Yesterday I put it together for those of you following, and today I'm just putting all the parts in the box nice and neatly. Then I test it, then I neaten it all up, then I close it, and then I test it again. After all, the last thing I want is to test it, put it in, and then have it mess up. So, well, you know how that goes. I don't know if you know how that goes, but it doesn't go well. All right. One, two, looking for the third one. Here's the third one. Wow, it's a little tangled. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm gonna neaten this up a little more here because that's not in a good position. I think the best way is if I take this one and this one, and this one. So how's everybody doing today? Y'all doing well? I don't see any comments, so I'll assume everybody's doing well. All right, almost done here. I just had to get these three untangled. When I put the wires together, I was not paying attention to where they were going, so yeah, it's no big deal. It'll all still work perfectly fine, but personally, I like to have all the wires from one thing going in one direction, from the other thing going in the other direction, these going the way they're supposed to be going, and like that. All right, now I can continue here. And when I say continue, I mean I'm taking all these wires, carefully bending them and uniting them. Because that's one of my techniques. All right. This one and 12 others are going out today, so I'm looking forward to shipping these out. I'm sure my customers are looking forward to shipping these out too. Most of them, it's been a week, sometimes two. I mean, the lead time on this is drastically reduced from February 14th February 14th of last year was when I first started making these things, and the lead time was 2 months. Not anymore. Now it is tops 2 weeks, sometimes 2 days, depending on, whether I'm home to test the boxes, because I'm the one that tests them, or whether I have to fix anything on them, or because my guys build them, and I go through every little thing. Make sure no wires are pinched. Perfectly drops in the slot. Okay, so let's carefully these here. Ooh, that's not good. I didn't see that. This and this has to be looser because it has to go this way. There we go. There you go. Now the rest can be nice and snug. And as he said, there you go. Okay, I gotta find that long reach because it's not gonna work otherwise. You know what? A regular screwdriver will do. Oh, third world problems, right, folks? We have to have a big a manual screwdriver instead of an electric one. Oh, I don't know if I can handle that these days. Don't know if I can handle it. All right. There's one. And here's two, just for security's sake. All right, folks. Now comes the test and the neatening up. Actually, no, not yet. I still have to put in the drivers. How silly. And before I forget, I might as well install these things because I forgot them on one box and I had to send them to the client, and it was very embarrassing. So, and I would say that one of my guys forgot them, but I can't blame them for this one. This one was one of my boxes, so they're pretty good with. I'll complain about one guy who's no longer doing it, who was putting too much flux. I mentioned that before, but these inserts were mine. Were on one of my installations, so everybody makes mistakes, even me. I've made quite a few. People ask me, "Hey, how do you know so much?" Easy. I made the most mistakes. Okay. All right, 4 drivers coming up. 4 drivers. How exciting. Make sure they are all configured, and they are. Now it's just a matter of installation. You guys are pretty quiet today. Either that or my comments are not working. Let's see here. This is going to be fun. I normally have that piece here. See if I can find it. I'm not going to find it. The long reach. Hey, wait a second. I should have another one. I just realized I have a whole bag of them because I bought a 5-pack, and cannot believe that I didn't think to look there. It makes things considerably easier, considering I have to reach into a deep into the bowels of the box. Make sure I know which ones they are. That's one. Two. That's three. Good to go here. Now we slip them in one by one because I'm not about to make double the work for myself. So yeah, I've been doing well with these boxes. Everybody's happy with them. Everybody's I talked to I don't know if he's on there now, but talked to Ed Newman. He's and there's a number of people on the channel who've been busy CNCing, and that's what I like to see. My customers the same way. They're all busy CNCing. Just recently, I made my buddy Andrew a box because his was failing, and to be quite honest, he has been absolutely fantastic as far as that one doesn't go there, that goes in the next spot. He has been incredible in helping me with the property and stuff, so I'm like extremely grateful. Come on, where are you? There you are. Thank God for magnetic bits, right, folks? So he's he said he wanted to buy one of my boxes, and I gave him a little surprise, and I said no charge, because frankly, he's been an incredible help. There are giving people, there are givers and there are takers in this world, and there are complainers. You know, I try to be a giver when I can. Sometimes I'm a complainer, but most of the time luckily I know a lot of givers. That's a beautiful thing. You got to surround yourself with good people. Hey Dave, how's it going? Speaking of good people, you got to surround yourself with good people, because you know, good people make the world go round. And the last thing you need is, you know, negative negativity, negative energy, whatever you want to call it. Just, you don't need that stress in your life. At least, you shouldn't. Some people thrive on it. What was it? I was listening to a show yesterday that said they were talking about, I forgot what it was. They were basically talking about New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, and there was another one of those cities up there, and they said they're between those 4 states, they're the complaining capital of the world, or that's where all the misery grows from. Found that hilarious, absolutely hilarious. I don't know whether it's true or not, but it's quite funny. It was Lewis Black. Yeah, it was Lewis Black. I was listening to one of his rants. Yeah, he's. I've always been a fan of his comedy. So I'm in the final steps here of the box of this box. And okay, so this I want it to go through here. This I need up here. I always try to steer all these things away from the fans, because the last thing, the first box I built, as soon as I put the lid on, it started making that noise. And needless to say, that's not what you want to hear from. You don't want to hear any noises. So as Dave Gatton put it on his video, which he later took down, unfortunately, but he did say it. He says it's the quietest box he's ever seen. So that was quite a wonderful thing to hear. And I still have no clue as to why he took down that video. Because we have never spoken verbally, so I have no idea what why he decided to end our communication, our friendship, my access to his YouTube, but I mean nothing. Everything just completely shut out. And well, it's his right. So, but it still stings, because I'm the type of person that when you're my friend, you're a friend for life. There are 2 people in this world who have chosen no longer to be my friends, and that leads me to feel extremely, extremely sorry and pity for them, because there are people in this world who you don't want to be friends with, and I understand that. But there are people that are very easy to get along with. I hope to be one of those. And if you are basically not considered my friend, then it's one of those. It's one of those. What's the opposite of an honor? It's just, how could you be anybody's friend? Is my philosophy is, my God, it's so easy to be mine. But I know there are tastes, and there are people who I don't talk to because they're annoying or find me annoying, and that I understand. But we're still friends. I have a very, very broad definition and a very accepting definition of friendship. Let's see. Z would be this one. Every now and then I got to stop to think. um, but all in all, uh, I just some things I don't understand in this world. I'm I've got a lot of friends, and at my funeral it's going to be packed. Some people are the opposite. Some people are very reserved, and I respect that. I understand that, and I respect that. But yeah, just some things I don't understand. Okay, here we go. There we go. Good morning, Larry. How are you? From Chugiak, Alaska. Holy cow. I have a friend. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Alaska's the biggest state. So to say I have a friend from Alaska, do you know him? That's kind of going to sound weird, but I'll ask it anyway. My mind went blank. I remember his book. I don't remember his name. He's a buddy of mine who wrote a book, Remember the Ice. And let me see if I can Bob Nickel. So hey, do you know Bob Nickel or Nicole? I think it's Nickel. Just shot in the dark. I don't remember where in Alaska he lives, and it's one of those questions that it's a silly question because obviously it's like saying, "Hey, I know somebody from Miami for 4 million." Actually, saying I know somebody from Miami with only 4 million people is probably better odds. I mean, it's probably better odds that you find somebody in Alaska, which I don't know how many people Alaska has. Beautiful, beautiful state. Beautiful state. I mean, cold. Talk about the opposite of Miami here, but absolutely gorgeous state. I saw the glaciers running. I saw the. I mean, we had a blast when we went up, and I have an extremely well, as many of us, as many woodworkers do, an extreme admiration for Dick Brennecke and Twin Lakes, which just by the fact that he's um, alone in the wilderness is probably half a country away from you. But yeah, can't say you do. Yeah, I figured as much. Shot in the dark, because because at least that's the thing. Everybody gets snapshots. When I went to visit Alaska, it was. I mean, I'm coming from a city of 3 million people, so close to 3 million people, and then I go to Alaska and I see a little town, and granted, the towns are miles away. So if I'm not, you probably know everybody in Chugliak, but nobody in Juneau, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But as far as I know, but that's that was really enlightening to me to see. and refreshing, really. See the small. Well, every time I visit a small town, I mean, I've been all over the country, and small towns are everywhere. I'm moving to one. Although the one I'm moving to is not quite as small. It's 9,000 people. So I guess it's a small town. But, I mean, are there any really small towns left? Because everything's got a Target or a Best Buy or something or other. All right, folks, let's crank it on and see if we get some power out of this puppy, right? All right, first of all, this is the red. So this would be the X. Here's the green. Put this over here. Green will be the Z. Next one I have is the, move all this to the side. Blue. And let's make this the last one. In fact, I'm going to put them in order. Man, these things are freaking heavy. Oh, not this one. This one. There we go. Now we got all four. Hey, Mario, how's it going? Just about to crank it up. See if it works or how it, or you know, how far off it is. We'll see, folks. We'll see whether it works or not, huh? All right, and yellow. Okay, let me get some of these. These little styrofoam things so you guys can see. And of course, the old USB power connection. Okay, power on. Both fans are spinning, although I do hear some noise, so there's there it is. Okay, there was a wire. Okay, folks, let's check. You'll see down your screen here, you'll see my 4 motors. Let's try them out. There it is. Hang on. There's the X. There's the Y. And there's the Z. So again, X, Y, Z. Right, right, to the right. All right. Everything all well and good. Okay. The other tester This is my personal tester. For those of you who have never seen me test a box before, these are the inputs, red for me. These are the outputs, green. The way I remember it is red, green, blue. And this is the power. Okay. On the diagnostic screen, 1. Why is 1 not working? Red, green, blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I know why. Did I ever hook up the ground? Yes, I did, but it wasn't hooked up to ground. Okay. I know exactly what I got to do. All right. And that being said, let me try the outputs. See, there's always something, folks. There's always something. M3. And that one is probably in the wrong place, too. All right, off we go. Or the 20-volt supply, 24-volt supply is not connected correctly. Let's see here. Nothing's ever easy, huh, folks? The motors work, so clearly there's the 24 volt is connected correctly. But the 5 volts, are connected to all of them. Oh, maybe it's got to go to ground. No, it doesn't have to go to ground. It's pulsed to 5. 5 is positive. 5 goes there. Where's my ground cable? What the? Okay, that's fine. Oh, I see what I did. Yep. It's exactly what I thought was wrong. Inverted one cable and the other. Or did I? Ground. Yeah, that one's definitely wrong. And where's the power? Power. Wow. Yeah, I'm out of it. Okay, so the ground, that's got to be power. Oh, joy of joys. Okay, so see how I can do this. See how I can do this without having to take the whole box apart, is what I'm saying. All right. This is supposed to be connected to ground. Okay. This is ground. Okay. This is supposed to be connected to ground. That's ground. That's ground. See, here's the problem, folks. I'm doing 10 things at once. I'm going ground, 24 volts, ground, 24 volts. Which do I do first? Well, pick one. Okay, so this one is ground, and it shouldn't be. It should be 24 volts. So I am going to splice it into this one. What I'll do is I'll just take it out of here. There we are. This is what should have been done in the first place, but all right. This one goes to this one. Turn on the soldering gun, because we shall need it. And let's look for a little red power cable of some sort. So I know which is which. And the red will go to 24 volts. There it is. Okay, so this is 24 volts. That is 24 volts. My soldering gun is ready, and so am I. If I don't drop my red cable, that is. Okay. Come on. Some days are easier than others. All right, red. One heat shrink coming up. So a nice little lazy afternoon soldering. And we shall twist this, snip the end just to the right length, bend it just the right way, and we should be able to fish it in there just to the right position. And there she blows. Screwdriver. All right. That should fix the outputs. Now to work on the inputs. This should be grounded. There's ground. This time we put the sheet shrink on first because we don't have a way out. Hope you guys stay tuned tonight. Tonight we're going to have on the show tonight, on Javi's on Javi Unboxed. Haven't decided exactly what to make, but we're going to make some sort of jig, and as we always do, and then and we shall have a great show in the evening of the other show, which is with Al Forte and myself. Is I call it the Retro Show for short, but it's basically guys in their 50s and 60s talking about the 70s and 80s. If you guys haven't seen it, if you're up that late, it's at 10 o'clock tonight. And tonight we'll be talking about restaurants. Restaurants from the 70s and 80s, even current restaurants, you know, things like, for instance, the Yumbo. Who remembers that? I do, because it was my favorite sandwich, and why did Burger King get rid of it? We'll be talking about things like Sambo's. They got rid of that probably because of racism, I would guess. It could very well be they went out of business, but it's doubtful because they changed their name before they went out of business. Maybe that's why they changed their name. Who knows? But either way, there's a bunch of old restaurants that we can talk about. So that's tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern on this same channel. And now we shall test this again. What do you think? You think it'll work this time, folks? Yeah, I don't make the same mistake twice. Well, I've made that mistake before, but once. I don't make the same mistake after a repair. Or do I? I don't know, but we'll find out. I'm not going to bother plugging in the motors because I'll do that for the final check. Red, green, and blue. And then we have our power connector. And then we have our USB connector. And with that, we should have enough to test. Reset. And 1. Good. 2. Good. 3. Good. Oh, I missed one. 1, 2. There, good. 3, 4. All right, perfect. We got all 4 of those working. Now I'll let you guys see the. You should be able to see the lights there. This way I can go over here and look at them on the screen. So, reset. M3. Boom! Turns on. M4 should turn on the second, turn off the first. Boom! M5 turns that off. M7 turns on the third. And M8 turns on the last one. M9 will turn those 2 off. I love it when a plan comes together, folks. All right. Hey, Ed, how's it going? You're here for the second half, as it were. Yeah, well, all functional. It's a beautiful thing. And I'll remove these motors. I'll show you guys the final test after I neaten up all the wires, because that's the final thing for me. Anyway, all right, so now what I do is I unplug these things. And I did notice that all 4 motors were running backwards. Now, there's an easy fix. Sometimes these motors come with one of the poles reversed, and there's nothing I can do to prevent that. But there's 2 things you can do. Number one is write in software. For those of you that are unfamiliar with this, go to the ports and pins and just click on the what's it called? Okay, config ports and pins, motor outputs, and then where it says direction, low active, that's where to swap it. But I provide a driver and a profile on my page that's standard for every one of the 175, including this, boxes that I've built. So I make sure they all run in the right direction. That being said, now obviously if somebody didn't buy the motors from me and they wired the box differently, then they wired the motors differently, then there is that. But if they bought the which most everybody buys the full kit, because I'm not here to save you. I'm not here to save you. I'm here to save you money for sure, but I'm here to save you time more than anything else. And what happens is sorry, I can't think and chew gum at the same time. Hey, why am I doing it the hard way? I've got my thing now. I've got my drill. I pulled it out. Yeah, yesterday I didn't have the drill, so I've been using this. So now I do. So let's make things a little easier on us. Okay, so to continue what I was saying, just make sure I get everything right here. All right, so to continue what I was saying, the anybody who buys it from me, I want them all to run in the same direction. In order to fix this, it's a simple matter of swapping either the A plus and A minus, the B plus and B minus, or or A plus minus with B plus minus respectively. So it's kind of funny how that works, but you can do it because it's a binary system, the way it works. So you have 3 choices wiring wise to reverse the direction of the motors, of a motor. It just so happens that all 4 are running in reverse now. So that's a very simple solution here. I basically take all 4 connectors. The yellow and black is B, plus and B minus. Like I said, doesn't matter which, but what matters is that all of them are connected properly. Now, what I like to do, or what I've been doing as of late, because boxes 0 through 50 and no, 0 through 35. Then I started doing it for a while, and then I stopped for some reason. And the boxes 150 through 125 through 150. If you have one of those numbers, I didn't hot glue in your connectors. And here's the thing: after having the post office handle the packages the way they do, I decided to start, doing this because it's. Let's wait for this thing to heat up. It's quite annoying. It's quite annoying having the in transit. All of a sudden, one motor doesn't work. I tell them, okay, you don't want to pay. I understand that just to save you a little time in shipping, because people don't want to wait 2-3 days. I mean, people got a brand new product. The last thing they want to do is wait. I wouldn't wait 5 days, 2 up and 2 back to get it fixed. So I told them, look, if you think you're capable, open the box and check the connectors. And sure enough, a connector pops off every now and then, because I can't believe something, a fan has come off. What do they do? Drop kick these things? It's and it fits perfectly in a large flat rate box. So really, it would cost double to ship. It would cost $50 to ship just this one box if I were to line it with styrofoam. So it's, I take the chance. But, it is upsetting sometimes. There we go. So I'll put a simple strip of glue on the connectors, just to make sure. And it's easy to remove if anybody needs to get at it. So it's not like it's a permanent thing. Okay, so do it this way. All right, so there's the. But yeah. This isn't rocket science. I don't have any secrets. I'm saving. This is what I was saying earlier. Is I'm not saving you really. I'm saving you money in the fact that I'm saving you time. But how much is your time worth? If you're going to build one of these boxes yourself, well, basically, I'm saving you the hassle. There's a lot of people that don't want to build a box. There's a lot of people that can't build a box, and I understand both. And then there are, plain and simple, the people that can but choose not to, because frankly, if I didn't like electronics as much as I do, heck, I would. I'd have somebody build me this. Yeah, there's a lot of things in life that I have subbed out. And then there are some things that I enjoy. Yeah, how many of you guys have somebody mow your lawn for you? I don't have anybody mow my lawn. I like mowing the lawn. I really enjoy it. Everybody's not like that. There's so many people in this world who go, oh my God, Are you mad? How could you enjoy mowing the lawn? Because I've always enjoyed mowing the lawn. How can you enjoy weeding? Well, that depends. Nobody enjoys weeding, but when you have when you if you care about the edge, then weeding can be extremely annoying. However, if you, let me make sure I got all my, yeah, I put everything back the way it was before I go and put these things back. And so everybody enjoys weeding, right? No, nobody enjoys weeding. So I guess there's some people that might. And I got to tell you, I don't enjoy weeding, but I don't weed. I love mowing the lawn because I got a large area to mow, and when it comes to weeding, it's a simple matter of Roundup. Luckily, I don't have any environmentalists here. And here, I mean, it's and I don't mean to make that sound like a bad word because I'm all for the environment. That's one thing. I'm a very strange mix of environmental opinions. Do I believe in global warming? I believe that we have a part. Yeah. But I believe also that the Earth has, and the climate and the rotation of the Earth and all that jazz has a much bigger part. Can we affect it? Yeah. Not to the degree that, but yeah. Do I think oil is bad and do I like alternative energy? Absolutely. Absolutely. I differ from my base in that regard. However, it's too expensive. It's the problem. Nobody wants to step over the money line. That's the problem. You got to pay to have something be cheaper in the long run. Solar power, perfect example. Okay, I could have free electricity if I were to invest anywhere between, say, 25,000. I've already done all the numbers. 25 and 85,000, depending on whether I have a contract to put it in, the quality of the cells, and all this, et cetera, et cetera. Whether I have battery banks. I've done all the research. So the bottom line is, how soon will I get the, say, 25 on the cheap side back? How soon will I get the 25,000 back? Well, at $300 a month of savings, which the 25,000 doesn't include batteries. So really it would only save me 150 because at nighttime I'd have to use their grid. So 150 bucks. Let's run that. Where's that calculator? Let's run that number real quick for you guys. 25,000 divided by 150 is, you're looking at 166 months divided by 12. You're looking at 13 years, right? 14 years, 13.8. 14 years to pay back the cheapest. Now, if we go to the expensive one, the expensive one, let's say I get the cheapest battery powered one. That's like 40 grand. So 40,000 divided by $300 it would be saving me. On average, that's what I spend a month. You're looking at 133. That's not right. Hang on. 40,000 divided by 300 is, okay, 133 divided by 12. Now we're looking at 11 years. Right? Okay, 11 years. That's a straightforward, for those of you that do any financing, that's a straightforward calculation. Does not include interest. You have paid $40,000. Anybody that's ever borrowed $40,000 knows how much they've paid in interest over a period of 10 years. You know, so let's say an average of 5% per year. All right, so 40,000 times 0.05. $2,000 that first year. All right, so 2,000, let's say it goes down. So basically, in 10 years, you'd be paying close to, off the top of my head, very rough number, $10,000. Divide 2,000 by 2, because at the last month it'll be 0 and it'll go progressively down. So $10,000, $10,000 in interest. So really, your 40,000 is now 50,000. Which means your 11 months is now 14 months off the top of my head. All right, so, 14 years. When do you have to add to that the money you have for replacement parts? I have a lot of trees, so there's going to be leaves blowing on there, so I'm not going to get anywhere near the yield. On top of that, being that they're dropping leaves, it's going to be dirty like crazy. So there's a lot of maintenance involved. Would you pay $300 a month not to have to sweep leaves off your grid? And that, frankly, with the money, with the cost of trouble and the cost of, it's not worth it. But back to my original point, it's the money. Eventually, let's say, after all of this, in 15 years, I start making my money back, or I break even in 15 years at least. Clearly, and I'm not going to include this, but clearly there are issues like how long are they going to last? Oh, they only last 15 years. Well, then you're screwed, because now in 15 years you got to buy a new set of solar panels. What did you do? Nothing. But let's say you're a cheapskate and you bought some cheap solar panels. You're spending as little as possible, and you're reaping the money out of them. And even at 60% efficiency, that's more than enough for you after 30 years. So even so, you had to put 40 or 50 grand up front in order to reach that money. And there's the problem. If somebody were to tell me now, hey, I'll tell you what, you don't have to change your money. It's cheaper. In other words, if you get these solar panels, you only have to pay $200 a month, and you no longer have an electricity bill of $300 a month. So what do you say? At that point, I'd say, yeah. And that's the problem with alternative energy. Where is my lid? That is the biggest problem with alternative energy. There are others, but that's one of them. All right. Okay. Oh, one thing I wanted to do. Yeah, I forgot to. See that, folks? Don't get distracted. Make sure you. Make sure I hit all of them. And go ahead and fan while I'm at it. Okay, everything's here, everything's here, everything's here, and I am closing the lid. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful box. Nice and sealed. Well, closed. Oh! I will do the old drilling of the top. So yeah, so there's my thoughts on alternative energy. I want it very badly, but I want it cheap. I don't want to pay money for something, you know. I don't it's not worth it to me. All right. Now we'll do the final test, folks. Now we'll do the final test. All right. Unplug that thing. Turn this thing off. Now let's plug everything back in. And see how we do. Because if there's something that we need to open the box for, I don't want to put the little void stickers on there before I get a chance to do that. Okay. We have yellow. We have red. You guys worried? I'm not worried. Everything's going to work just fine. Just fine. Blue. And last but not least, green. That's plugged in, that's plugged in, this is plugged in. Let's go ahead and plug my tester in. Red, green, and blue. Okay, we got everything. Power on. All of them go click. That's the thing. Reset. Test the things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All of them are there. All of the buttons. Reset again. M3. Good. M4. Good. M7. Good. M8. Good. M5. Enter. M9. Enter. Good. All right. Box checks out fine. Now the motors. Left. X. Helps if I reset. Y. Yeah, keep moving. Keep moving. Z. Good. Right. X. Y. And Z. Now let's see. Hold it on. Oh yeah, I can't break that. So, all right. So I always like to just for fun. It rips my hand off. It's a strong motor. Okay, we are completed. We are done. We are finished. We have to pack. So now comes the fun packing part, folks. It's the fun pack. Nope, nope. I'm almost done. I almost forgot something. Yeah, see. Look at that. I almost forgot a very important detail. Look at the back. I'm missing one important detail, folks. The JaviBox fan shover crowd thing, whatever. But that's real quick. So. Got to put them in my marked holes. And now I'm done, except for the customization. So that's complete. Now, let us pull out. Be right back. I mean, well, I'm right here. I've lined these boxes with a wood box because, and then I screw them down because I make sure that the motors are going to properly be shipped out, because nothing worse than getting a motor falling around, smashing things in the box. Alrighty. Okay, so we have our 4 connectors. How's it going, Chris? JaviBox headquarters today. Yep. Let me going to quickly look at my list. That's one thing that I don't rely on my brain. I make sure that I have my checklist for the JaviBox, my packing list, if you will. JaviBox packing checklist. Number 1, 4 pre-wired motors, done. 6mm screws, washers, brackets. That would be this package right here. Okay, pre-packaged. Got the touch probe, got the 6mm screws, the washer brackets. Okay, so touch probe is the next one. That's in there as well. Perfect. Next comes pre-wired limit switches. Got it. Hang on. One set of pre-wired limit switches. All right, done with that. What's next? Input-output connectors. That's in there. Power cable. Power cable. Let's see. Power cable, USB cable, and then the pre-wired e-stop. USB cable, pre-wired e-stop. Yes, everything I do is pre-wired. I got all these things just set up. I've got 50 of each of these because you have to. You have to. Okay, so let me put these here. These two go back up here. That's fine. Okay, so now comes the fun part, which is making sure all of these wires fit in here. One, two, three. Where's the 4th one? Ah, yes. The 4th one is here. I knew there was 4. All right, so. Okay. You know, every time I do this, every time I'm generous and I gave it a little extra cable and now it doesn't fit in the box. And you know how it is. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this one in here, which will fit in the box. Checklist, no smoke, ship it. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. All right. That is going to fit. Come on, folks. You can do this. I've done it before. Like I said, that's what I get for being a little generous. I have it calculated for the exact amount of cable. And I put a little bit more cable for this gentleman who asked for it, and that's fine, but now it's problematic. Well, it's not problematic. I'm done. It's sealed. But, I mean, it's about to be sealed as soon as I find my screws. Well, I'll just use these others. See, I don't want to close it up with Torx screws because then not everybody's got a Torx screwdriver to open it up. But Phillips, that's not a problem. So let's just use Phillips screws. I like to use drywall screws because they're nice and cheap. But in a pinch, stainless steel panhead screws will work. I mean, I don't have to actually screw this down because, you know, the box closes, but still. Now it's freaking heavy and secure. And with that, folks, I believe my day is just about done. Wasn't that desk organized a couple weeks? Yeah, actually, it kind of was. I might as well spend a few extra minutes and organize this because I can't. It's not fun having this type of thing. Is I put some batteries out here because I was testing some batteries, or charging them rather. This one's bad, but I ordered another one. Gotta love Amazon. Okay. I don't know what these USB cables are doing here. They belong in here. But that's easily fixed. This is good battery. Oh boy. Okay. Let's start from this end. How's that? My Diet Coke, that's not going anywhere. My headphones, well, I only need that if Russ is here. So, because I can't actually hear you guys. All right, so whoopsie. Hate it when that happens. Okay. Yeah, looks just like my work area, yeah. No offense, Chris, but when someone says, hey, looks just like my work area, it's usually not a compliment. Yeah, I can't say that my work area is neat most of the time. I could definitely say it's messy most of the time, so there is that. But it is what it is. All right. I will put my soldering iron up here until I need it. This is garbage. This is garbage. This goes over here. This goes right here. This goes right here. This goes right here. This goes. It's a problem with putting everything neat. Hang on a second. All right, try again. My test motor, that should be in the corner over here. Wire goes down here. What a mess. Heat shrink, but that's the clear heat shrink. I don't want to mess with that. This can actually go a little further down. There's my other one. Down. Let's see these projects that I'm working on. All right, that can go in a. Goes in here. Goes in here. This goes over here. This goes over here. These two leads go up top. This does not belong in the middle here. And nor does this cable. And we're ready. Making my way through it. Okay. Here, let's go here. Fragile. I have to put that on the thing soon. This does not, well, I could put it here. All right. Connectors. Yep, it's getting there. It's like, this is the worst part about cleaning up, is dropping something and having to bend down to pick it up. It's no fun. No fun whatsoever. Go here, I can go right back there. These all go here, this all goes here, this goes here. This is in the garbage. These little black things, heat shrink tubing, go in the black heat shrink tubing. The white heat shrink tubing goes in the white heat shrink tubing, along with the ones that spilled over here. Red heat shrink tubing, garbage. Blue heat shrink tubing. Carefully look at my mat. Make sure there are no little tiny screws. Because I don't want to lose. I usually keep them up here on the magnet, but you never know. And then take it and dump. Okay, eventually I'll clean the mat with water, but for now, that's good. I need more of the, for my little mini screwdriver, I need more of those, these stupid things. This will remind me. Okay, that's there. That goes up here. There's this stuff you can't see that I'm cleaning up here. This goes here. This goes in. Where is it? There. Still got a couple of these, a couple of this. Wire goes in my wire box. Trash goes in my trash box, i.e. can. Holy cow, it's actually clean, or at least this part of it. Another white, two more blacks, a blue and a yellow, and another white. Oh, and look, around the corner, a red. Everything else is orange. Alrighty. These fans go with the fans. Hung up right over here. This little fan goes with the little fans. Hung over here. Hey, it's time to buy more fans. I'll just take them from the warehouse. These are white. I don't know what those are doing here. I know what that's doing here. That's here. Oh boy. I'll leave the computer there. Pretty bright. You guys can't see that too well. Let's bring you guys a little closer to the action if we can. Nope, that's not good. How about this? Yeah, better. Get rid of this. All right. Let us continue. Seat. Dune. Ready Player One. I already read it. Ready Player One, anyways. Dune, I'll have to. Oh, good. This one goes to my warehouse. Okay. Heavy, that goes with the Fragile. Tools. This goes up here. All right. I'm sitting down for these. Okay. That doesn't belong here at all. It's a set of toilet bolts. Crazy. A couple of pens. Coke rewards. Garbage. More pens. Ooh, I need these. I know exactly where I need them too. Okay, so this can go here. This is the power supply for this. And these can go on there. And with that, folks, I am somewhat done. Let me see. I like the magnet strip. Oh, yeah. The magnet strip, Amazon or Harbor Freight, depending on which way, what's more convenient or which way you find it cheaper. You know, it's up to you, because I found that Amazon is cheaper. The only thing I don't like about this particular magnet strip is it says what is it, 18-inch or 12-inch, whatever. This is a 12-inch. This is a 8. I bought different ones. I think I bought a set. It was 18, 12, and a 6-inch or something like that, or an 8-inch. And they work great, except I don't like the sticker on it that says, 18-inch. I'd rather have it just the plain magnet. and I took a long time to strip one of them, and I just gave up on the other two. I know I have my heat gun with me. I can take the heat gun, take it off, and then goo gone. I'll get around to it. You know how it is, get around to stuff. But other than that, it's good to go. And I am good to go. So, folks, looks like I am. I think pretty much I'm done with my cleaning for the moment. Knowing Russ, I sent him a link. Knowing Russ, he's probably going to be. Yesterday I was on in the evening, and he said, "Oh, I got on just as you got off." So knowing Russ, as soon as I get off here, he's going to be on. But anyway, tonight, folks, the show is going to be on. I'll come up with a. Actually, let's come up with it now. You guys will be the first people to hear what crazy contraption I'm doing. Let's see. And let's see here. We'll go for let's see what kind of an interesting project I could pull up here. I think I mentioned last week that I was going to do a I think I mentioned last week that I was going to do a drill holder kind of thing, but not the normal drill holder. I don't know. I might do something like that. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see. Depending on how large a CNC you have, you can actually create. You can always make organizer drawers. That's no fun. I've made boxes before. Vintage pizza server. That's interesting. Yeah, tic-tac-toe game. That could work. Let's see. Let's see if I come up with any ideas here for the... maybe, I'll make a fancy... maybe I'll make a fancy iPad holder. That could work. Maybe I'll just go for a simple sign. Like, that's not a bad idea. I think I'm going to go back to basics, folks. And tonight, I'll probably do I might do a vacuum table. I mean, a prelim, just a rough design of a vacuum table, and do a simple sign. So I'll start off with a simple sign, and then I'll go forward and do a. Oh man, scratch my table. That's stupid. There was I thought it was a piece of solder. I brushed it off, and it was the tip of a broken screw. Yeah, I mean, you know how you can buy a box of screws and you spill them. There's the tips. Well, it was a hardened tip, and then I brushed it off to the floor, and it's not a big scratch. Not that it matters. That's what the table's for, to get scratched. But still, your first scratch. Anyway, a little lacquer will take that out, and sand. It's not a deep scratch either. I can't even feel it, but I know it's there. So tonight, folks, at 8 o'clock, I will be doing I'll try my hand at a simple vacuum table. Just show you how to go about it, and I will do a sign, a simple sign, simple V-carve sign, because there's a lot of people that and then maybe I'll do some sign ideas. Maybe for the next 2 or 3 weeks, that's what I'll do is I'll do some simple sign ideas and surprise everybody with funny sayings on a sign. I could do that. Yep, vacuum table. That's what I'll do. And then tonight at 10 o'clock is my retro show. The guys in their 50s and 60s talking about the 70s and 80s. And we will be talking, Al and I will be talking about restaurants, different restaurants that have closed down, different menus, like, old menus, things that, not the McRib, because that comes back every year, although we'll probably mention it, but things like old, like the Yumbo. The Yumbo is a perfect example. I keep bringing that up because I am really, I don't want to say obsessed, but I miss that sandwich. When I was a kid, I would order, for me, it was, I wasn't much of a burger person when I was a kid because I liked real burgers. I didn't like McDonald's or I was actually and I'll mention this on the show, when I was growing up, I wasn't a McDonald's person. I was a Burger King person. It was all Burger King for me. I didn't realize McDonald's was so big because for me, I mean, this is Miami. Miami is where Burger King Corporation was founded. So everything around here was Burger King. And back when I grew up, there were twice as many Burger Kings as there were McDonald's, believe it or not. And then, not anymore, but that's the way it was. There was a lot of Wendy's too, obviously, because Wendy's came up in Tampa. But for me, it was all Burger King, and I didn't like the taste of the Whopper. I didn't like the taste of the meats back then, the burgers. I was a chicken sandwich person. I love the chicken sandwich, but originally it was the Yumbo, and the Yumbo was a delicious sandwich. I'll describe it on tonight's show, along with a bunch of other stuff, nostalgia that you guys might find interesting. And for those of you who haven't lived through the times, you'll probably find it interesting as well, the craziness that we remember. So you guys have a wonderful day. Did I ever see a Hot and Now restaurant? Not down here. We haven't had Hot and Nows, but I'll definitely mention it on the show. Well, go on the show and remind me because I'll forget by then. CRS. So guys, have a wonderful evening. See you guys at 8 and 10 or 10 or neither, whichever guys you choose. Have a wonderful evening, and with that, catch you guys later. Bye-bye.